character. People had really figured out where its home ranges were, where you could find it, and it was known through sort of stories and museum specimens. And then through a very strange course of events of bird watchers meeting up with a local Peruvian who knew about the marvelous spatula tail, now, we were able to go and film it, and bird watchers can go and see it as well.
Yeah, it's a
bizarre bird.
It's a bizarre bird. Talk more about what makes it different.
It looks. We in the film we talk about it as a cowboy doing rope tricks. It has these two bizarre tail feathers that have no feathers on them. It's just the rachis, and then they end in these large ball-y like spatulas, and they curve down underneath the bird. But he also can hang them over his head, and when he's displaying, he's snapping them or stringing them along above him. So it's just a bizarre little bird, but an amazing bird, and there's great conservation that's taking place around this bird to preserve habitat.
Why do you think the subject matter resonates so much with people? Because I remember before the show aired, we do all of our notifications on Facebook and on our website, and people would reply, looking forward to this, can't wait, I have a backyard feeder, I see these birds. Is it because they are accessible?
I think that they're just bizarre little animals. They're birds, but they don't really behave like birds. They behave sort of like insects or something in between insects and birds.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they just dart into our lives and then they're gone, and people have them in their gardens, and their gardens are beautiful, so they associate the beautifulness of them with their gardens. And there's just something really magical about hummingbirds.
Well, it's really magic in the air. I worked the title of the film into the break, but just an absolutely extraordinary job.
Thanks.
I mean, you really came back with the goods. It's so hard to get strong behavioral sequences in the wild, and for you to consistently get these wonderful behaviors and shoot it in a way that's unique and interesting is truly an achievement, and you did a great job, and we're so proud to have the show on nature. So please, if you're still with us watching this break, hopefully learning more about hummingbirds, call in, pledge your support for nature, hummingbirds, wonderful DVD that you're going to want on your shelf. You're going to want to look at it with your children or your family. It's terrific, and a great book as well if you want to pledge for that. In our next break, we're going to meet your husband.
Great.
And why are we going to do that?
Well, he is an ornithologist here at Yale University and an expert in all kinds of things bird, obviously, but very interested in birds of paradise.
Well, we also have a Birds of Paradise film coming up, and so we're going to talk about those birds, and they're as beautiful as the hummingbirds are and as interesting as their behavior. Nothing quite matches the beauty of a bird of paradise, so I'm looking forward to talking to Rick in the next break. So please call in a pledge of support for nature, hummingbirds, wonderful gifts when you do, and we'll look for you in our next break. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more, but first, join us at